We're coming up on May the 4th, a holiday for Star Wars fans, as well as a great time to buy Star Wars sets from Lego.com. Every year, LEGO runs a couple gift with purchases, and most of the time they run 2x insider points on Star Wars sets. In preparation for this event, I decided to take some time and rank every single LEGO Star Wars set projected to retire this year, as well as share my targeted discounts to pick up each of these sets for investing. Every set listed in this video is currently projected to retire by the Brick Fanatics and BrickTap retirement lists. These lists are subject to change throughout the year, so if you're watching this video a couple months from now, I would recommend going back and checking those lists just to make sure the sets you're wanting are still projected to retire. This ranking was tough to do. Outside of the top 10 sets, I really could see arguments that could convince me that some sets should be higher or lower. My thoughts on some of these sets will also probably change as new sets are released that impact collectability, maybe demand picks up for a set, or some of these sets turn into consistent, deeply discounted sets. One last note before we get started, I want to say up front that there aren't really any sets that I'm completely opposed to buy for investing. It all comes down to the buy price for me. Many of the sets on this list have high target discounts. That basically means that I'm not going to buy them for investing, but if I happen to see a crazy sale on them, I would be picking them up. That's why I always try to share my target buy prices for every set that I talk about. I don't view sets as investable or uninvestable. It's all about the buy price for me. Starting off with the absolute worst Star Wars set to invest in this year, in my opinion, is Tenoo Jedi Temple set number 75358. It has an MSRP of $39.99. It was released in June of 2023, making it have a 1 year and 7 month shelf life if it retires at the end of this year. This set's been discounted at what feels like every Walmart in store for about $19. That has saturated the market with a ton of listings on eBay well below MSRP. With this set already being unpopular and now the influx of clearance inventory, it will take a long time for the set to rise above MSRP. One positive of the set is that it does have 4 minifigures and they're all exclusive. The combined value of these figures is about $28. I'm sure the value of these figures will fall over time though, but I am surprised that the value is still this high. There will probably be more deep sales on this set before the end of the year, so for me to buy for investing, I need at least a 70% discount, so I'm getting a better price than the other people getting the set at $19. Now we have Yavin 4 Rebel Base, set number 75365, MSRP of $169.99. It was released in August of 2023, making it have a 1 year and 5 month shelf life. The set's also not been the most popular with Star Wars fans. There are a lot of complaints about the design, and the interior left a lot to be desired. It's also currently ranked at a 3.7 on Brickset. There are a lot of minifigures, 12 in total, 8 are unique. They all carry a fair amount of value, but none of them are over $13. I don't think any of them will be incredibly sought after in retirement. It's been recently discounted a lot during Walmart in-store clearance. I've seen it 40 to 50% off pretty often. It reminds me of the Obi-Wan vs. Darth Vader set that retired last year. It hadn't been discounted more than about 20% off during the summer. Walmart had them for 50% off in store, so I picked them up thinking I was getting a good deal because it was at that time. But that was just the beginning of sales on that set. Later in the year, it was available for 40% off from many retailers for weeks and weeks. I think we may see a similar trajectory with this set. This may just be the beginning of sales because it's definitely not selling very well for LEGO. I'd be very cautious investing in this set unless it gets down to maybe 60% off. Then at that point, I don't think there's too much risk left. Now to the Pirate Snub Fighter, set number 75346, MSRP of $34.99. It was released in May of 2023, making it have a 1 year and 8 month shelf life. Many fans are not impressed by this set either. It's pretty expensive, and it's not a super prominent ship in The Mandalorian. It's not selling incredibly well on Amazon for a set in this price range, only about $1,000 a month. It does have 2 unique minifigures, but they're only valued at about $13 on Bricklink. Because of the lower number of sales on Amazon, I'm surprised we haven't seen more discounts on this set. I've never seen it for more than 20% off online. I really don't see there being much demand for the set in retirement. If I saw it for 60% off though, I would probably consider buying. Yoda's Jedi Starfighter, set number 75360, MSRP of $34.99, released in August of 2023, making only have a 1 year and 5 month shelf life at the end of 2024. I just feel pretty uninspired by this set. The build is fine, but there's nothing about it that stands out that makes this a must-have set. Yoda does have an exclusive torso, and the minifigure is worth about $9. The other Yoda's Jedi Starfighter we've gotten retired in 2018 at an MSRP of $24.99 and is going for about $40 on eBay and $65 on Amazon. I will say that this set does have a decent sales velocity on Amazon, selling 4K a month, but compared to the rest of retiring Star Wars sets this year, I think demand for it will be pretty weak in retirement. I'd only be interested in buying for investing at 60% off. R2-D2 set number 75308, MSRP of $239.99, released in May of 2021, making it have a 3-year and 8-month shelf life. I'm not a huge fan of the Star Wars buildable figures. They typically don't do too well for investing unless you get them at a really great price. The investing potential for this set was really crushed by the new R2-D2, set number 75374. Many in the community think this new version is much better, so if a new Star Wars fan wants a buildable R2-D2 after 2024, most will go out and get the smaller one that's currently available, and the retired set will likely be forgotten by many people. I will say that the first buildable R2-D2, 10225, didn't do too bad for investing. I actually invested it as well back in 2014. It was roughly the same size as this set, but had an MSRP of $179.99. Currently it's going for about $300 on Amazon, but before this current set came out, it had risen close to $600. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to see anything close to that performance with this set. The price increase it had from $200 to $240 a couple years ago also really hurt the ceiling for this investment. I'll need to get it for at least 50% off to invest. Luke Skywalker's Landspeeder, set number 75341, MSRP of $239.99. It was released in May of 2022, making it have a 2-year and 8-month shelf life when it retires. This is one of the least popular UCS sets in a while. Strong evidence of that is the amount of sales we've seen on it throughout its life. Last year, the deepest sales we saw was $150 from Walmart, $168 from Amazon, and also clearanced out from Walmart's in-store for $120. It also had an unfortunate price hike from $200, so it's definitely overpriced and there aren't even any desirable exclusive figures included. C-3PO is exclusive, but only his legs are unique to the set. There are a ton of listings on eBay well under MSRP, likely from people who bought them on sale hoping for a quick flip, but the demand for this set is really slow. It of course is in the UCS line, so anyone wanting to collect every single one ever made will need this set. Long term, maybe 5+ years after retirement, we could see this set hitting $500, but if you bought at MSRP, you still wouldn't even be able to double your money after shipping and fees. For me to consider it for investing, I would need to get it for 50% off. A Spider Tank, set number 75361, MSRP of $49.99. It was released in August of 2023, making it have a 1-year and 5-month shelf life. Another set that not many people are super impressed with. The highlight of the set is the exclusive Bo-Katan minifigure that's worth $24 by itself. Because of that, the investing potential of the set really hinges on that figure staying exclusive. It's a lot of risk for my liking. Discount-wise, it's never been more than 20% off online. There are many Star Wars sets out there that I'd rather invest in, but if I saw it for about 55% off, I would consider picking it up. Mandalorian Fang Fighter vs. TIE Interceptor, set number 75348, MSRP of $99.99. It was released in May of 2023, making it have a 1-year and 8-month shelf life. You can see this is another set that hasn't been the most popular from the only 400+ sold in the past month on Amazon. The Fang Fighter isn't a great build, but the TIE Interceptor is the best part of this set. There have only really been 2 TIE Interceptors in the past, the UCS set from 2021 and a small $20 set from 2007. Both have done very well, especially because they're so old. And now LEGO has just revealed another UCS TIE Interceptor. Everyone seems to be pretty excited about it, so that does add to the continued collectability aspect of this set. If someone wants to display this smaller version next to the UCS set, I could see that boosting demand in the aftermarket once it's retired. It has 4 minifigures, 3 of them are unique, but they aren't worth anything crazy, only about $34 in total. And interestingly, we haven't seen any discounts more than about 12% off for this set. I bet we'll see deeper discounts later in the year, but for me to pick it up at this point, I'll need a 50% off discount. The Mandalorian N1 Starfighter Microfighter, set number 75363, MSRP of $15.99. It was released in August of 2023, making it have just a 1-year and 5-month shelf life when it retires. This set is massively overpriced. Microfighters are typically $9.99, so this one is 60% higher than the normal MSRP. It still sells well though, 4,000 sold in the last month on Amazon, so it seems like the market isn't too off-put by this higher MSRP. There aren't many listings on eBay and none of them are under MSRP. That tells me that this set isn't overly bought up by investors. Against my natural instinct to stay away from this set, it might actually not be a bad investment if many investors are avoiding because of that high MSRP. So I won't be surprised if this set does well for people who bought at good discounts. For me to invest, I'll need 60% off. Chewbacca, set number 75371. It has an MSRP of $199.99. It was just released in September of 2023, making it have a 1 year and 4 month shelf life. There was a ton of hubbub around the set when it first came out. Lots of complaints about the design, especially in the head area. I think this has caused many people to totally overlook it as an investment. We're seeing this by there only being 27 listings on eBay, but about half of them are under MSRP. The largest discount we've seen on this set so far is 30% off from Amazon and Kohl's about a month ago. I had thought that was the beginning of large discounts on the set for the rest of its shelf life, but that 30% off price wasn't around too long. I do still think that there will be larger discounts on this set in the future, but this could be a dark horse set if everyone writes it off for investing, including myself. I just don't want to take on the risk with this set. If I miss out on it doing well, that's too bad. I'll be avoiding unless I see it for 50% off. Millennium Falcon, set number 75257, MSRP of $169.99, released in October of 2019, making it have a 5 year and 3 month shelf life. This set's been around way too long, but it sells all the time just because of how iconic the ship is. Over 1,000 sold on Amazon this month. I have a theory that this set may have a year or two after retirement where it could see a nice rise in value. Of course, LEGO will always remake the Falcon because there's a ton of consistent demand for it, but with the Starship version out right now, as well as the Dark Millennium Falcon, also priced at $169.99, rumored to come out at some point this year, I'm not sure if LEGO will immediately remake the set. I just don't really see them making another one at the same price point and same scale with these other two sets on shelves. So anyone wanting to pick up a normal play scale Falcon will have to go to the aftermarket to find one. Who knows if this actually will happen? I honestly don't plan to pick up any of this set, but I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people are caught sleeping on this set. On the other side of this argument, I also think this set is a prime target for LEGO to load up Amazon with it at the end of 2024 so that it lingers on shelves for 6+ months after retirement, which would limit your window to sell in between remakes of the set. For the minifigure selection, there are 7 figures. 2 of them are still unique after all this time, so they will likely stay that way. All this said, I'd still need around a 55% off discount to consider buying it for investing. Obi-Wan Kenobi's Jedi Starfighter, set number 75333, MSRP of $29.99. It was released in August of 2022, making it have a 2 year and 5 month shelf life. This set was on the radar for a lot of investors last year because it was projected to retire, but it got pushed back in I think about June of last year. All 3 minifigures are exclusive, but the highlight of the 3 is Taun We. It used to be valued higher, but it's still at a respectable $9 in value. It's selling very well, 5,000 in the last month on Amazon, but unfortunately there's a lot of supply out there on eBay, about 273 listings. We've gotten 3 Obi-Wan Starfighters in the past, 7143 from 2003, 10215, a UCS version from 2011, and 75191 from 2018. All have risen a ton in value, but a lot of that has to do with the amount of time that they've been retired. Overall, I think this set is just okay for me to invest in. That's why it's here around the middle of the pack. It may be more appealing to long-term investors who are willing to wait 5+ years to sell. For myself, my investing strategy is to buy sets at a low enough price to be able to sell them a year to a year and a half after retirement for double my money after shipping and fees. That's why many of these sets have pretty significant discount targets, and for this set, I'd need it at 50% off. Boba Fett Mech, set number 75369, MSRP of $15.99. It was released in August of 2023, making it have a 1 year and 5 month shelf life. This is one of the 3 mechs retiring this year, and I bet many of you are surprised that I have it listed as my least favorite of the 3. The biggest plus about this set is the exclusive Boba Fett minifigure, currently valued at almost $9, which is great for the price of the set. Across all 3 of the Star Wars mechs, I think they're very overlooked by investors, but there are a lot of good things about them, including that on eBay the supply is low and there aren't any listings under MSRP. But I'm going to save my most in-depth analysis on the sub-theme for my favorite one that I'll talk about near the end of this video. For now, I'll say that my target discount for this set in particular is 50% off. If you're enjoying this video, I'd appreciate it if you drop a like and subscribe to my channel for more LEGO investing content. Next is the UCS AT-AT, set number 75313, MSRP of $849.99, released in November of 2021, making it have a 3 year and 2 month shelf life. This is an awesome set, very popular in the community. I have no critiques on the set itself. It all comes down to the logistics of selling the set. The size and price are the most important factors in my opinion. This is the most expensive set LEGO's retired, So how high is the ceiling for this set, and will there be enough profit after fees and shipping when selling the set? For these very large sets, the argument is that there's much less competition with investors picking them up because of the price, but there's also a smaller pool of buyers that you have to consider. You should also always keep in mind shipping costs for this set. It will be very expensive and the fees will be very substantial. In my opinion, this set is best for investors who sell on Facebook Marketplace and don't have to worry about the headache of shipping as well as the extra costs. I think we could be seeing this set at around $1,200 pretty soon after retirement, but if you're selling online, there wouldn't be much profit left over after fees and shipping. So my overall takeaway is that if you're purely an online seller, you better be somehow getting a 45% discount to make it worth your time. But for local sellers, if you could knock it down to maybe 30% off, I think it would be worth your time. And then a third category would be long-term holders, people planning to wait 5+ years to sell. If LEGO doesn't release another AT-AT again at this similar scale, I think we really could see high prices, maybe even up to $2,000. Boba Fett's Starship Microfighter, set number 75344, MSRP of $9.99, released in January of 2023, making it have a 2-year shelf life. I like this price point much more than the Mandalorian Microfighter. It will also have a higher perceived value in retirement because the rumored Captain Rex's Y-Wing Microfighter is said to have a higher price of $12.99. Comparing the sales volume on Amazon with the Mandalorian Microfighter, it is higher at 6,000 versus 5,000, but there's a ton of supply out there on eBay with 306 listings. As I mentioned earlier, I could totally see the other Microfighter outperforming this set due to less investors picking it up, but solely because of this price point, I'm ranking this set higher and putting my target buy price at 50% off. Darth Vader mech, set number 75368, MSRP of $15.99, released in August of 2023, so it has a 1 year and 5 month shelf life. This is the second mech that we have retiring this year. Still low supply on eBay with 85 listings and none under MSRP. The minifigure is listed as exclusive on Brickset, but when you go to Bricklink, you can see that you can buy all of the other pieces in the figure in different sets. So while this combination of the figure may be unique, all of the parts can still be gotten from other sets. Again, I'll go into more detail later on why I like these mech sets when I talk about the Stormtrooper mech. My target buy price for the Darth Vader mech is 50% off. TIE Bomber, set number 75347, MSRP of $64.99, released in January of 2023, making it have a 2-year shelf life. I've seen a ton of people talking up this set for investing, but I really just can't get there. It's true that we've only gotten one TIE Bomber before. It was from 2005 and has done very well, of course because of how long it's been retired. This set has 4 figures, 3 of them are unique, but I don't think they're going to carry a ton of demand in retirement. There's an okay amount of demand for it on Amazon, 2,000 sold a month, but there's a lot of supply out there on eBay and plenty of listings under MSRP. I don't think the ship itself will be enough to cause this set to jump in value a ton over the next 2 years. In the long run, if LEGO doesn't make another one for a while, I could see it doing well, but with that long of a hold time, it doesn't fit in my investing strategy. I would need to see it at 50% off to buy for investing. Darth Vader helmet, set number 75304, MSRP of $79.99, released in April of 2021, so it'll have a 3-year and 9-month shelf life. This is definitely the longest running Star Wars helmet, which makes sense because it's Darth Vader. This longer shelf life has allowed for a lot of supply to hit the aftermarket, meaning other investors' hands. There's absolutely no doubt that we're going to be seeing a ton of demand for the set. The only question is how long it will take the lower price sellers to sell out. It has a disadvantage of being $10 more than the rest of the helmets currently available. While it may seem not super significant, an extra $10 on your buy price when compared to a $70 helmet means you have to sell it for over $20 more than another helmet to get the same percentage profit. That's why this is the lowest ranked helmet for me. There's no doubt that it's going to be sought after, but the extra time it will need to bring in a comparable return as another helmet or $70 set hurts it. That being said, at 45% off, which is about 30% off a $70 helmet, I'd be interested in buying. New Republic E-Wing vs. Shin Hati Starfighter, set number 75364, MSRP of $109.99, released in September of 2023, making it only have a 1-year and 4-month shelf life. This is an interesting one. It definitely feels like it should be a $100 set, but LEGO added on an extra $10 because they knew they could. The builds are good, but what I like about this set is the minifigure selection. There's 5 minifigures, all of which are unique, and I believe they'll be sought after in retirement. Their combined value is about $60, which is a great sign for investing. That combined with the short shelf life of only a year and 4 months feels like a really great setup. I will say though that it does give me concern that there's only 100 sold on Amazon in the past month. That is very low. But at the same time, it's also very undersupplied on eBay with only 29 listings in the US. I'll be interested to pick this set up at around 50% off. Emperor's Throne Room Diorama, set number 75352, MSRP of $99.99, released in May of 2023, making it have a 1 year and 8 month shelf life. This is one of the 2 dioramas retiring this year. Both are from the second wave of the Snub theme. The first wave of dioramas have had a ton of supply out there, and as of this recording, you can still buy all of them at full price from at least one retailer. The trash compactor you can get from Walmart, and the Trench Run and Dagobah Jedi Training from Barnes & Noble. So we really haven't seen the potential of these sets yet. I think this could drive down investor sentiment, and there may be less supply of these 2 dioramas in retirement when compared to the first wave. This set's also pretty expensive for what you get. We've already seen 25+% off for the set online, and even deeper clearances in store from Walmart. One of the 3 minifigures are unique, and their combined value is about $35. Last year, we were able to buy the 2 non-retail exclusive dioramas for about 50% off over Black Friday. I don't want to bank on that for sure happening again, but I wouldn't be surprised with how inflated the MSRP is for the set. All of these points of reference really aren't great for the set, but at the end of the day, it's a Star Wars set featuring an iconic scene, easily displayable, and part of a very collectible sub-theme that will be continuing on after 2024. I'll be looking to get at least a 50% off discount on this set. Endor Speeder Chase Diorama, set number 75353, MSRP of $79.99, released in May of 2023, making it have a 1 year and 8 month shelf life. This is the other diorama retiring this year. Most of the same points I just made apply to this set as well. Minifigure wise, there are technically 3 unique minifigures for the set, but only one has truly unique parts that can't be found in other sets. Not just a unique combination of previously made pieces. We've also seen discounts online of 25% off, but even deeper during Walmart in-store clearance. The demand on Amazon is higher for the Throne Room than this set, 1,000 sold this month compared to 700 for this set, even though it's less expensive. I have the Speeder Chase diorama ranked higher solely because of the more affordable price point, but I could see either one performing better than the other. The continued collectability is really what pushes up these dioramas on the list for me, and I'll be looking to get this set as well for 50% off. Mos Eisley Cantina, set number 75290, MSRP of $399.99, released in October of 2020, so it'll have a 4 year and 3 month shelf life. One thing I noticed in preparation for this video is that there are either major stock issues for the set, or it's now a Target exclusive. At the time of recording, it's only available from LEGO, Shop Disney, and Target. This could just be temporary stock issues, but it's interesting and something to watch. Onto the set itself, it's a staple for Star Wars collectors, and the potential for the set, especially long term, is very high. The build is amazing, and on top of that, we have $230 worth of minifigures. Just like the AT-AT, I see no concerns with the set rising in value in retirement, but the price and size of the box are what you need to consider. I personally don't plan to pick any up unless we see a crazy discount. It's just too big for my comfort zone when selling online. If we see a crazy sale like 35% off, at that point it would probably be too good for me to pass up, and that discount would give me enough insulation with the high shipping and fees that come along with this set. I also think it's another set that Facebook Marketplace sellers can do really well on if bought at a good discount. Coruscant Guard Gunship, set number 75354, MSRP of $139.99, released in September of 2023, so it'll only have a 1 year and 4 month shelf life. We've had several Republic gunships over the years, and they've all been great investments. Even the $400 UCS version that retired last year was discounted to $280 at the end of the year from LEGO, and is now going for $570 on Amazon and about $515 on eBay. This is the first Coruscant gunship that we've gotten, and I doubt LEGO's going to make another one for quite a while. It's got great demand for its price point at 1,000 sold in the past month on Amazon. There are also not a ton of listings on eBay. That's likely because I don't think we've ever seen a sale for this set online. Just because we haven't seen sales on the set so far does not mean you should be going out there and buying the set for full price right now. I would be patient for sales or use discount stacking to get a good price. It has 5 minifigures, 3 that are unique, and the total value of them is $81. That's a great sign for this set as well. I don't have many things against the set at all. The largest factor would just be making sure you can get it at a good discount. I'm looking to get it for about 40% off. Cologne Commander Cody Helmet, set number 75350, MSRP of $69.99, released in March of 2023, so it'll have a 1 year and 10 month shelf life. This is the second of the 3 helmets retiring this year. Another set that's high on my list because of continued collectability, not only because there will still be some helmets on shelves after 2024, but also because the Captain Rex helmet is not slated to retire this year. Many people getting Captain Rex in 2025 are going to want Commander Cody to pair alongside him. My only big concern is this could be another set that LEGO loads Amazon up with at the end of retirement and it stays in stock for months and months after retirement. Because of that, it's even further motivation to be cautious and only invest at the best prices. 40% off is my current target. Tusken Raider set number 40615, MSRP of $9.99, released in January of 2023, so it'll have a 2-year shelf life. Last year we had 1 singular Brickheads retire with Ahsoka, and now this year it's this set. I don't think the demand for the set is going to be nearly as high when compared to Ahsoka, but the supply should also be much less. The Tusken Raider is not nearly as hyped in the investing community as Ahsoka was. It was on sale from LEGO twice last year for 25% off, then 30% off, so it seems like it hasn't sold quite as well as LEGO has hoped. I'm still in on it for investing though. It's a Star Wars LEGO exclusive Brickheads. When you look on eBay, the lowest available is just under $20, with a fair amount of sold listings in the $18 to $20 range. That's right where I like to see these exclusive Brickheads going. To pick up the set for investing, I'll be looking to get it for about 35% off. The Princess Leia Bouche Helmet, set number 75351, MSRP of $69.99, released in March of 2023, so it'll have a 1-year and 10-month shelf life. This is the last of the 3 helmets retiring this year, and it's also probably the least popular Star Wars helmet that they've made, and I'm thinking that many investors may pass up on the set for that reason. But let's not forget that it's a Target exclusive. We've now seen 2 Target exclusive Star Wars helmets retire. Obviously the first one with the TIE Fighter pilot helmet, and now this last year we had the Dark Trooper helmet retire. It's already up to $95 on Amazon and $90 on eBay from its MSRP of $70. It had pretty similar sentiment as this helmet, complaints about the design, and people were unsure how many people would want it after retirement. This hesitancy in the community is great for people like me who are really hyped for this set, because there will be less supply out there when it's retired. We see evidence of this from there not being too many listings on eBay, and only a few of them are under MSRP. In my opinion, continued collectability will keep this set relevant and sustain demand in retirement. While there doesn't look to be any new helmets coming out anymore, Captain Rex and the Mandalorian helmet staying on shelves past 2024 will be enough to keep this sub-theme top of mind for collectors. I'll be looking to buy this set at 40% off. The Phantom Menace Brickhead, set number 40676, MSRP of $54.99. It will be released in May of 2024, so will only have an 8-month shelf life. We just got official images of this set and confirmation from the BrickTap retirement list that it's currently scheduled to retire at the end of this year. I feel confident about this set because of the same reasons I love the Battle of Endor heroes. It's a LEGO exclusive Star Wars set with under a year shelf life and has unique characters that have never been made in Brickheads form before. It looks like these will be a series of Brickheads packs that will cover the early Star Wars movies. Pretty much every LEGO Star Wars Brickheads that's exclusive to LEGO has been a home run. Some people may be low on Battle of Endor Heroes since it lasted on Lego.com for an extra month, and in turn be concerned about this set for investing, but I'm not worried about it at all. I was concerned initially about the $55 price point when it was rumored to only have 5 figures, but I'm glad to know that it's still the typical $10 for each Brickheads and $5 for a smaller one. This large of a Brickheads pack is testing new waters with its price, but as long as I can get them for about 35% off or so, I think there will be plenty of room for it to appreciate in value once it retires. Breaking into the top 5 sets, we'll start with Ghost and Phantom 2, set number 75357. It has an MSRP of $159.99, released in September of 2023, so it'll only have a 1-year and 4-month shelf life. There are a lot of things to like about this set. First off, the short shelf life, under a year and a half. It's an Amazon exclusive, meaning there are less of this set produced than another set that's available at every retailer. It has 5 minifigures, all of which are currently exclusive to the set, and their combined value on Bricklink is $113 right now. That's an incredibly good sign for a LEGO set when the figures make up that much of the value of the set. Plus, the last Ghost that LEGO made, it retired in 2015, had an MSRP of $89.99. It's now selling for $600 on eBay, and the buy box on Amazon is currently $785. The one thing that concerns me is that it's an Amazon exclusive. While some view this as a positive, I see it as a prime target to linger in stock on Amazon long after retirement. We've been seeing more and more sets stay in stock on Amazon months or even a year after retirement. This is also true for Amazon exclusives. 2 of the 3 Amazon exclusive sets that retired in 2023 are still in stock at the moment, including the Razor Crest. Every month that set continues to be in stock, it slows the growth we could be seeing. I think that's one factor why over the past several years, Amazon exclusive sets generally haven't appreciated to really high prices. I think of the Amazon exclusive Darth Vader's castle. It stayed in stock for months after retirement, retired in 2021, had an MSRP of $119.99, and the buy box on Amazon is only $202, and on eBay, it's selling for around $180. That set was never discounted, so it's not like a large sale held this back from it rising in value above MSRP. There was even hype around it being featured in the Obi-Wan Kenobi show that debuted in May of 2022, but it never recovered from the extended time period of lingering in stock. I'll admit it's probably not the best comparison, but it's still giving me caution. I'm also doubtful that we'll get too many discounts on it directly from Amazon, and that will cause many investors to pick this set up at full price because they just really want to invest in the set. I'd really caution people to consider at what price they'll have to sell it to make a decent return. If you're buying it for full price and not paying sales tax, you'd have to sell it for nearly $400 to double your money after shipping and fees. I really don't see that high of growth happening for this set in the first few years after retirement. If it was priced at $90 like the Ghost in 2015, the pathway to double your money is much more doable. That $160 price point of the current one really hurts it for investing in my opinion. All in all, there are so many good things going for the set. I'm just scared of Amazon keeping the set in stock for 6 months or more after retirement. That really just throws off my investing strategy a lot if it happens. For those looking to invest in the set, May the 4th promotions from Lego.com will probably be your best opportunity. The threshold to get all the gift with purchases this year is $160, so it's the perfect price point. Last year's GWPs stacked with double insiders points and cash back brought in over a 50% discount on your orders, so for me, getting it at that price is something that I cannot pass up. I'd even consider buying it if we saw it for over 35% off from Amazon during a lightning deal or something like that. At number 4, Obi-Wan Kenobi vs. Darth Vader, set number 40547, MSRP of $119.99, released in May of 2022, making it have a 2-year and 8-month shelf life. I'm very excited for the set. It has 2 iconic Star Wars characters. We've seen the Death Star brickheads 41619 from 2018 do very well. It had an MSRP of $9.99 and it's going for $45 on eBay. We haven't seen an Obi-Wan brickheads in the past, so if someone wants them, they're going to have to pick up this set. I wish the shelf life was a little bit shorter, but that doesn't concern me too much. It's another LEGO exclusive brickheads with limited availability. And the lowest price on eBay is 50% above MSRP, so all signs point to this set being a great investment. I'll be targeting a 35% discount to pick it up for investing. At number 3, we have the Executor Super Star Destroyer, set number 75356, MSRP of $69.99, released in May of 2023, so it'll have a 1-year and 8-month shelf life. This is the first of the Starship collection to retire. The other 3, the Millennium Falcon, Tantive 4, and Invisible Hand recently came out and will all continue into 2025. And it's a Walmart exclusive. Again, continued collectability will be the huge driver of price appreciation for this set. We've seen how sets at the beginning of Star Wars sub-themes have all been amazing investments, from the helmets to microfighters and even way back to the first UCS sets. This is a very popular set and we haven't even seen it discounted from Walmart.com yet this year. I have a feeling that it may turn out to be like the classic TV series Batmobile. That set was a Walmart exclusive and was never discounted from Walmart.com. Only a few people were able to get them on sale during Walmart's in-store clearance at the end of that year. My goal entering this year was not to start buying sets for investing until the upcoming May the 4th promotions, but I've already started picking up this set. Because I don't expect it to go on sale from Walmart, the only way to create significant discounts is by buying from Lego.com during gift with purchase promotions, stacking up cashback offers, insiders points, and credit card cashback. Honey has been offering 20% cash back during several GWPs to start the year, and I've been able to get the 6 that I have so far at roughly 50% off. A lot of people are high on the set for investing and may feel that they need to pick it up at MSRP, but at that price, I think many people are going to be disappointed with the profit that they'll see from this set. Even though I've gotten my set so far at a deeper discount than this, my target discount is only 35% off. All the way at number 2, I'm finally getting to the Stormtrooper mech, set number 75370, MSRP of $15.99, released in August of 2023, so it'll have a 1-year and 5-month shelf life. Obviously, this is my favorite of the 3 retiring Star Wars mechs this year. I think they're way overlooked because people see them as just a play toy, not a ship or packed with exclusive figures. But this is a brand new sub-theme of Star Wars. Everyone is so excited about the helmets, dioramas, and Starship collection, leaving these mechs out by the curb. As mentioned earlier, I do like Boba Fett and Darth Vader, but I love the Stormtrooper the most due to the army building factor of it. We can see evidence that people are stacking up on this set much more by looking at the sales velocity on Amazon. Boba Fett is only selling 1,000 a month, Darth Vader 2,000, but the Stormtrooper is at 5,000 a month. It's always surprising to me when I see people mention which of the three may be best for investing. It's always Boba Fett or Darth Vader as potentially being just okay for investing, and the Stormtrooper is never really considered. We know LEGO's continuing this line because of a Luke Skywalker mech coming out later this year. I think it's definitely within the realm of possibilities that LEGO makes other clone mechs in the future, so people have to go to eBay and Amazon to load up on the classic Stormtroopers. On eBay, we see even more great signs. There's only one listing under MSRP, and only 121 listings, which is a fair amount, but it is low when you think of it as an army building set. Unfortunately, the minifigure isn't exclusive. It's currently valued at $6.71, but the torso and legs have only ever been in the Walmart exclusive trash compactor diorama that retired last year. LEGO's made Star Wars buildable figures before. Those haven't done too well, but these are well-made, brick-built mechs, and I believe that this sub-theme will be around for at least a few more years. The early brick-built superhero mechs have all done really well, and I'm confident at this point, as long as this becomes a regular sub-theme for LEGO, these will appreciate much higher than people expect. The price point is a bit steep at $15.99. You can easily pick them up for 20% off, but I'm aiming higher for about a 40% discount. I already have 8 of the set that I got for about 50% off by taking advantage of 20% cashback offers from Hati, GWP periods, insiders points, and credit card cashback. Now my favorite LEGO Star Wars set for investing that's retiring at the end of this year is the 332nd Ahsoka's Clone Trooper Battle Pack, but also the 501st Clone Troopers Battle Pack, so you get a little 2-in-1 here. They both have an MSRP of $19.99. The 332nd pack came out in August of 2023, so it'll have a 1 year and 5-month shelf life. And the 501st pack was released in January of 2023, so it'll have a 2-year shelf life. Battle packs have been a staple investment for collectors over the years, and normally the market is pretty saturated with them. But over the last several years, a few battle packs have underperformed, and it seems like the community has forgotten the potential of these sets. People think of the Sith Trooper Battle Pack from 2021. It retailed for $14.99. It's now going on eBay for only $23, on Amazon for $33. Also from 2021 was the Mandalorian Battle Pack, also retailed for $14.99. It's going on eBay for just about $23 and only $29 on Amazon. I don't think the Star Wars fanbase has lost their desire for army building. These were just frankly bad battle packs. They aren't filled with minifigs that Star Wars fans really want to stock up on. You can clearly see that army building is alive and well with the 501st Battle Pack that retired in 2022. It was probably the most bought up LEGO set for investing that I've ever seen, but it's already doubled its MSRP of $30, going for $62 on Amazon and about $45 on eBay. Now we fast forward to 2024 and I see very few people hyping up these battle packs for investing. Sure, the clones have helmet holes and some people don't like that, but it looks like that's here to stay. That hasn't broadly impacted the demand for these sets. The 501st pack is selling at $5,000 a month, and the 332nd pack is selling $3,000 a month on Amazon. Typically, when you go on eBay, you'll see 300 plus listings and plenty under MSRP for battle packs when they're still on shelves, but the 501st pack only has 148 listings, with only a couple under MSRP. For the 332nd pack, only 113 listings with few listings under MSRP. It's honestly very shocking to see this, and I think these two sets are going to catch a lot of investors sleeping. We did recently see the new Speeder Escape set 75378, and that will have 2 501st clones, but from what I can tell, the prints in this battle pack will still be exclusive. And on top of that, people would have to pay $60 to get 4 clones from the Speeder Escape, so I'm not worried about that impacting this battle pack. To sum all my thoughts up, I think these sets are significantly undersupplied and we'll see a faster than normal spike in value for a battle pack. I currently have 7 of each so far with an average discount of around 50% off, and I'll try to get as many as I can in that 40 to 50% off price range. Now, some people watching who may be new to the channel are probably thinking that we're never going to see these large discounts on these sets. And you're right, we won't see many of these sets discounted that much straight up. The only way to consistently get great deals is by stacking discounts. There are several retailers that are easier to do this at, like Barnes & Noble with a premium membership stacked during a triple stamp promotion with discounted gift cards, or Kohl's when they have a sale and an additional 20 to 30% Kohl's cash back, or from LEGO during gift with purchase periods stacked with insiders points, a cashback site like Rakuten or Honey, and credit card cashback. The best time of year for buying LEGO Star Wars sets is coming up on May the 1st. Each year, LEGO runs promotions for Star Wars Day on May the 4th, and they have multiple gifted purchases with double insiders points. Let's break down how much of a discount I think we could stack up on orders during this promotion. LEGO has announced 3 GWPs, set number 40686, Trade Federation Troop Carrier with purchases of $160 or more, a Battle of Yavin coin with orders of $90 or more, and the AAT Polybag 30680 with orders of $40 or more. I'm very excited about this Troop Carrier GWP. I think many people will want multiples of this set to army build with. I'll be placing my orders night 1. I expect there to be a lot of traffic on this site, so I'm prepared for a long night with a queue to enter and a slow, glitchy site. I believe it's worth trying to order as soon as you can so that you get your GWPs in the mail before as many people as possible. As more and more people get their orders in the mail, the price typically starts to fall on eBay, but that does depend on how fast the GWP sells out. I'm expecting that by the time I get my order in the mail, all 3 GWPs bundled together will be going for about $70 on eBay. After subtracting roughly $11.20 in fees and $9 for shipping, I'll be expecting about $50 back in my pocket. This of course is not a guarantee of what will happen, it's just my prediction. There will also be double insiders points. This represents 10% cashback to spend on future orders. We don't know if there will be any good cashback offers from Rakuten or Honey yet, but let's say at the bare minimum, you're going to get 2.5% cashback from Rakuten. And then finally, any credit card cashback you get, I'll estimate 2%. When you add up all of these discounts, you're hitting roughly a 45.75% discount on any order of $160 before sales tax. That's an awesome opportunity to buy sets you're confident in for investing. I will note that the higher your order total is above the GWP threshold, the less your percentage discount will be, so I definitely recommend to get as close to that $160 mark as possible. I hope this helps you see the potential savings that you can get on your investments by being resourceful and stacking discounts. If you don't have a Rakuten account yet, you're going to want to create one. Rakuten is a cashback website that gives you cash back for just shopping at many major retailers, including Lego.com. Every bit of money you can save when buying LEGO sets for investing can really help expand your profit margin. If you don't have an account yet, you can sign up using my link in the description below. On your first order of $30 or more, you're going to get $30 in cash back credited straight to your account. I'll also get a kickback, so if you want to support the channel, I'd appreciate it if you use my link in the description below. I'll also be linking my Honey referral link, but unfortunately I don't think there's any incentive bonus for joining. That's everything I wanted to share in this video. Thanks so much if you stuck it out with me through this whole video. If you enjoyed it, I'd appreciate it if you drop a like and subscribe to my channel for weekly LEGO investing content. I'd love to hear in the comment section below what sets you're planning to pick up during this promotion, as well if you disagree or agree with some of my takes. And with that, thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you in the next video. As always, my videos are not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm only sharing my journey as a LEGO investor, and I encourage you to do your own research before buying any LEGO sets.